Hi guys, so we are back for CHING number 10. Sold a lot of things since the last time I made a CHING video, so this video is probably going to be a little long. Sales have been pretty continuous, and I would say within like the past 2 days I had a slight slowdown, but it was kind of funny. I only had 2 packages to take to the post office today, and as soon as I left the post office I had 2 more CHINGs. So I feel like there's a slight uptick, so we shall see how like the rest of the week goes. But I do have a lot to go through, so I'm just gonna start so we can get through all of this. First thing I have were a lot of 2 Rainforest Cafe mugs. These sold for $38.99. Eric purchased these at Goodwill. They were in a shoebox full of other mugs, and we made our money back plus more with the shoebox of mugs that we got to resell. Next we have a Game of Life. Now this is one of those wooden bookshelf versions. If you have been watching my CHING videos, you know I sold a Jenga version in another one of my CHING videos, and these Eric and I actually purchased full price when they first came out at Target, but we just never really played them. This one in particular, like the pieces and stuff and the money were still all wrapped in plastic because we literally never played it. So I got $49.99 for that. So if you would have it, they don't make these like bookshelf versions anymore. So if you would happen to see them while you're out thrifting and sourcing, definitely pick those up. Some of them might be worth a little more than others, obviously. I don't know which ones go for what, because we only had Life and Jenga. Next is a Spartina wallet. I got this at a yard sale at one point. It sold for $10.99, so not a whole lot. This brand, I've only ever picked up a couple of items from this particular brand, and I don't know, like, I feel like the stuff that I have picked up never really sold for much, so I don't really know if it's a brand I'll keep picking up. I guess it just depends on like what I'm paying for it and, you know, what exactly it is. But I did sell another one of their wallets, but it still wasn't a whole lot of money. Next we have a Hanes repair manual. This was a car repair manual. This came from a yard sale. I think I paid like a quarter for it, and it sold for $16.99. Definitely some car repair manuals do obviously sell, so I mean if you can pick them up for a quarter, then that's great. Next is I had a little lot of these. They looked like little Kittle dolls, but they weren't. They were like what they call clones. So basically, like some toys, even like My Little Pony, like you could find clones of such thing at like cheaper stores, like a dollar store or, you know, things like that. So not like name brand, but just, you know, made to look like the real thing kind of deal. So these were just little Kittle clones. These sold for just $9.99, but that's okay because I probably didn't really pay much for them anyway at a yard sale, probably like a quarter. Next I have a pair of Clark's wedges shoes. These sold for $38.99. You guys know I love picking up Clark's. I think that they sell pretty well for me, and there's just always abundance around my area because the fact that there is a Clark's distribution center and an outlet store in my hometown, so they're very easy to find in my area. Next was a sports coach purse. I sold a lot of purses, which makes me feel so happy because you guys know I made like a death pile purse video because I really wanted to clear out my purse stash that I had, and I did sell a lot of purses, so I'm so happy about that. I still have a lot more to sell. As far as like I have them listed, they just haven't sold yet. So I am happy that a lot of them did go. This one here, it wasn't actually a Coach purse. It's by Sports Coach, which was like a separate company. It had nothing to do with Coach. But apparently their stuff is actually like harder to find, so people still do buy it. And that sold for $39.99. Then I also have a Coach Coach messenger bag. This one sold for $59.99. I think I got this. I got it at a yard sale. I think I paid $10 for it, and it was in like brand new condition. I really honestly don't think it was used much at all. So that was a good sale. Next was a lot of hair barrettes, and these actually had, like, they were still on the card, and on the backs of the card there were stickers on them, like they were originally from Nordstrom, but these would have been like vintage. They were definitely older hair barrettes, and I sold a lot of them for $19.99. So yeah, definitely like those clip barrettes I think are still, you know, very much in. People still are interested in them. So like if you can find those for super cheap at a yard sale, like even if you're just picking them up for like a quarter or something, and then like once you have a few, you can probably just lot them together. Okay, next was a PS3 Tony Hawk game. This sold for $5.99. I got it for free, so I was perfectly fine with that amount since I didn't pay anything for it. And it's one of those games where you actually needed other parts to play it. Like you actually needed the Tony Hawk skateboard part to play the game, so that's probably why the game itself isn't really worth as much. Next is a It's a Wonderful Life Christmas ornament. I put this up on auction because I wasn't quite sure what to price it at. I did see other ones had sold, but it was on WorthPoint, and I don't have a WorthPoint account, so I couldn't see, you know, what it sold for, so I put it up on auction. It sold for $10.49, which I think is great considering it's just a Christmas ornament. So I was happy about that. Next is a pair of Anu shoes. These I actually got for free. They came from a thrift store, and when I bought them, it was one of the sales that they were having that day was buy one pair of shoes, get a second pair for free. So I bought a pair of shoes that day, and the lady was like, okay, you can go pick out another pair of shoes. Like, you can get another pair of shoes for free. And there was like literally no other shoes that like interested me. Like, I didn't even want a free pair. And then I saw those, and I'm like, these look like one of those orthopedic type of shoe, and I wasn't familiar with the brand, and sometimes that usually like happens, like I kind of learn by that, and here it ended up being like an orthopedic style shoe. So I just took those, got them for free, sold them for $32.99. So I mean, if you have the option to take the free pair, just go with a gut instinct and take the free pair. So that was awesome. Next was a set of Sanrio Karopi rubber stamps. These were older stamps and vintage Sanrio items. Some of them can go for a lot of money. These I sold for $16.99. I also have a Hello Kitty set that I need to list that I haven't yet, so I need to go get them from my death pile and list those. Next we have that black Coach mini backpack that I actually showed you in my purse death pile video where I cleaned it. That one sold for $69.99, so that's awesome. I was debating so hard on keeping that for myself, but I did end up listing it, so I'm glad that it sold, and I hope like the person who purchased it loves it because I really thought about keeping it. Next thing was a Pyrex casserole dish. Apparently this one was a more harder to find design. I got this at a yard sale, and I can't remember what I paid for it. I know it wasn't any more than $5. I want to say I paid $3 for it, and it sold for $59.99. So if I would ever see this Pyrex print again, while out yard selling, I would definitely pick it up. There are some Pyrex prints that go for lots and lots and lots of money, like way more than even this did. But I've never actually found those. Or I might have, and at the time not realized, because that happens. Next was a pair of men's Dickies shorts. These went for $13.99. I think they actually belonged to my father, but he never wore them. Then we have a Sunset Stitchery crafting kit. It seems like crafting kits are still selling. This one sold for $12.99. People are looking for stuff to do being at home. We got a Bath & Body Works Glittery Gumdrop Lotion. This was from their Temptations line. It sold for $45.99. Vintage Bath & Body Works scents you cannot get anymore, especially the Temptations line. Some of that stuff goes for a lot of money. So even though it's used, it's okay because people are after those scents. So that was awesome, and that smelled so, so good. Next we have an Eli Plains. This was a men's pearl snap button-up western shirt. I love selling the pearl snap button shirts. I always have. This one sold for $29.99. Some go for more than others. Obviously, if it has more of like an embroidered look or just a different look to it other than just like a plain solid color, then they typically go for more. Next is a magnet. This was such a cute magnet. It had these 3 little bears, and you could take them out of the magnet and, you know, use them on the fridge or like stick them back into the magnet. This sold for $14.99. Surprisingly, like if you look up magnets on eBay, there are some magnets that sell really well. That's something that like I never thought was really a thing, but there is a thing for everything, trust me. Next we got a Dooney and Burke giraffe purse. This came from I only ever purchased one ThredUp rescue box of purses, and that came from that box. It sold for $29.99. So that's not bad. I feel like, I don't know if I made my money back yet off of that box or not, but it's still fine. I mean, I wanted to get a rescue box, and I had a lot of fun filming that and opening it and everything like that, so I'd totally buy another one. That's a lot of noise out there. A lot of noise. It's a really nice day. Everyone's out on their motorcycles. Next we have a lot of Cracker Jack and bubble gum, like little plastic charms. People do collect these. These are like a collectible kind of thing. I think I put this up on auction because I wasn't sure, you know, what to ask for, and they sold for $9.99. So I mean, that's not bad for a couple like plastic charms, so I was happy about that. We got a Royal Secret perfume that sold for $39.99. This is a perfume that came from one of the boxes that I won at the auction. I missed the auction. I can't wait to get back there, and oh my gosh. So yeah, I've been like just making a killing on the perfumes and stuff that I got from those boxes. So I am so happy about that. Next we have a YANKEE candle topper. This is like a lampshade, a glass lampshade that would go over top of a YANKEE candle. And I got this at Goodwill. I can't remember what I paid for it, but it wasn't much. It sold for $32.99. Next we got a Coach wristlet, and I think, yeah, that went with the next thing as well. Someone purchased 2 things from me. So this Coach wristlet sold for $23.99. Eric and I got that at Goodwill. And then that same person purchased a Coach Poppy crossbody purse from me as well, and that one sold for $42.99. So again, a lot of purses were going this time around, which makes me really happy. Next is a Philosophy 3-in-1 shower gel in the scent Bubbly. I love Philosophy shower gels. This one sold for $24.99. Then I have a Bella Perina bracelet. This was like a charm style bracelet, kind of resembling a Pandora bracelet. And it sold for $19.99. I got that at a yard sale. Okay, let's see. We got a salt and pepper shakers. These are little plastic salt and pepper shakers. They went to a Hello Kitty picnic basket. So these were older, probably from the 80s, I want to say. They sold for $9.99. So obviously someone probably had this Hello Kitty picnic basket and was trying to buy the stuff that it had originally come with. So it took me a while to figure out where, like, what those belonged to, but I did find out, and they did go to the Hello Kitty picnic basket, which I used to have the Hello Kitty picnic basket, but I sold that years and years and years ago. We also have another Royal Secret product. This one was a bath oil, and again, this came from the auction lot, the box lot from the auction. I just drank a can of cold brew coffee, and I'm kind of like, so my wording is like fumbled. I'm not drunk. I just drank a can of coffee. So where was I? The bath oil sold for $49.99. That Royal Secret, if you ever see that, that is definitely a scent that people go crazy for, that you can't buy anymore. It's a vintage fragrance, so definitely look out for that. Another purse, I sold a B. Makowski purse. I got this one at Goodwill. It sold for $29.99. There's like a hair that keeps getting stuck on the side of my glasses, and it's driving me insane. Okay, oh, and another purse, the Coach Tote that I had that was reversible, leopard on one side, black on the other. That one sold for $79.99, which is awesome. Got that one at a yard sale. We sold a guitar-shaped ashtray for $26.99. This one was really cool. With ashtrays, I feel like I was picking them up for a while, but I just wasn't really having much luck with them, so I really don't know. I'm gonna be like super particular from now on, like which ones I'm picking up. Like they're gonna have to really speak to me. Gonna have to be really something unique and special, because I feel like they're a little harder to sell than what I thought they would be. So that one was cool though, the guitar shaped one. And I loved the colors on it as well. We got another purse. This one is a Coach City bag. It sold for $39.99. I really like that one. I was debating on keeping that one as well, but you know, I just gotta let things go. Gotta let things go. That's how you gotta make some money, Michelle. So, how to let it go. Next was a pair of FootJoy golf shoes. These sold for $30.99. I thought these would sell for a little more just because they were so incredibly unique, and they were brand new as well. But you know, obviously you gotta find the right buyer for everything. So, I'm still happy that someone's going to enjoy those. Next was another crafting kit. This one was by Dimensions, and it was like a quilt. It sold for $39.99. So some crafting kits are obviously worth more than others. Next was an Amoina. This was a like breast form. I got this at Goodwill, and I know I had, like, when I purchased it and hauled it in the video where I purchased it, I had gotten a lot of comments. I know a lot of people were kind of like not happy about it. They thought, like, you know, I should donate it and stuff like that. And it's like, I get that. I get that. But at the same time, it was donated to Goodwill. So the people who had it could have donated it themselves to someone else, or wherever you would donate such a thing. Also, Goodwill could have just not taken it, and they could have donated it to somebody else. I mean, I paid for it. The money I paid for went to Goodwill. So, and then, you know, obviously someone purchased it. So I sold it for $46.99. So, like, I get the understanding of, you know, and it's like a moral thing. I know, I feel it too, like I do, I understand. But, you know, in the business of reselling, like if I'm finding something that I can make profit on, if I paid for it and, you know, the money I paid for it is going to somewhere, which is going to Goodwill, so it's helping all of the what Goodwill gives their money to, then do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want anyone like yelling at me for selling such a thing, but I apologize if that upset anyone, but that was not my intentions. Next we have, oh, these are the things that were purchased by subscribers, these next few things. So we got a Noah's Ark wooden necklace. This thing was so freaking cool. Oh my gosh. I just hope the subscriber who purchased this absolutely loves it, because I was dying about it. So it was this necklace that someone hand-made, hand-painted. It was shaped like Noah's Ark, and then you could open it. The whole piece slid open, and then inside were these tiny little animals, and you can remove them. I mean, they were completely removable. It was so intricate and so awesome. That sold for $19.99. When I realized that there were little animals in that, I died. It was the cutest thing ever. Next was a Giovanni hair gel. I have sold some of these in other CHINGs, and I had some left. I had a subscriber buy one. Sold for $11.99, and then I actually sold my last one to someone else, again for $11.99. So I sold my last two. I don't have any more now. Next was a Betsy Johnson wristlet that sold for $17.99. I had a subscriber purchase an Etienne, did I say it right this time? Agner wallet. This sold for $12.99. It was something that belonged to my mom, and she sent me the sweetest freaking message. I was like practically in tears when I read it. I just wasn't having a very good day that day, and she had messaged me about the wallet and getting it and everything like that, and it just put such a smile on my face and brightened my day so much. So, oh my gosh. I don't even want to, don't want to start crying. Okay, so, and then the last thing that I sold was a Madewell top to a subscriber for $14.99. And then I think she also purchased something else from me, because she had messaged me saying she was waiting for this Maurice's sweater that sold for $8.99. So she ordered 2 pieces of clothing from me. So those were my subscriber sales, and then everything else that I have sold on eBay recently. So I always kind of like try and figure out a stopping point so I don't have like a ton of things, but I think from this stopping point I have about like 18 things that I sold already since I made a stopping point for this video. So that's awesome. I absolutely love the fact that, you know, I can't actually get out right now and do any kind of sourcing, so everything that I have that's selling is completely getting out of my house, and I'm not bringing any more in at the moment. So it's such a nice feeling that I feel like I'm purging, but I'm not like bringing more stuff in, you know what I mean? Like it feels like such a release and a relief, and I'm kind of loving that feeling. But I do miss sourcing so much. That's the funnest part of reselling, is actually shopping and going to buy the stuff. The rest of it kind of bags unless you really do enjoy listing and packing and things like that. Me personally, I'd rather do the shopping. I mean, that's the fun part. But anyway, that is everything for this cha-ching. You'll have to let me know what you thought down in the comments and what has been selling really well for you right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.